life, the bright lights, the type the crowd likes. Where you at, ballers? Ladies love me and men, they wanna be me, they pay to come see me. Where you at, ballers?
What up, D-Gens? Welcome back to another episode of the NBA Shot Clock. I am J.A. Cavalier. Now, I'll be joined by the Shark and Junior Browne. Free picks, no fluff. Big card to get to, lots to break down on a Friday. We're going to tell you who we like. We're going to tell you why we like them. Of course, I smashed the 5-dimer on the Bucks first quarter last night. Sharky cashed with the Nuggies over. Wemby showed up on his birthday, shredding Junior's under. 2-1, not a bad day, but win or lose, we ride together. On to the next. NBA Shot Clock starts now. Not now, wait, now. No, now.
What's going on, beautiful people? Junior Browne back with more free picks for NBA Shot Clock on this Friday, January 5th. So let's get right into it. I'm going to get y'all right with one of my favorite looks, which is parlaying home teams on the money line, getting us plus money. So we're going to be taking the Indiana Pacers and the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, depending on where you shop, that should pay somewhere between plus 115 and plus 120. So let me make a quick case here. I'm actually fading the Atlanta Hawks. I can make the case for the Pacers that they've bounced back since hitting a blip after losing the in-season tournament. They've won 5 games in a row and their offense is humming. The Hawks, meanwhile, have only won 4 of their last 10 road games, and those 4 wins are not very impressive. I'm very big on quality of wins and losses. Here are their 4 wins. The Raptors, the Spurs, and the Washington Wizards. They beat the Houston Rockets. I'll give them some props for that. But the rest of those teams are somewhere between mediocre and hot garbage. So we're going to go ahead and take the Pacers at home, who, even though their margin of victory on the year is only about 2.3, at home it's closer to 7. We're not even going to worry about spreads. We got them on the money line. And as for the Sixers, we already know what it is with them. They're looking incredible, but again, it's another situation where I'm fading the Knicks. The Knicks have been bad on the road, winning only 3 of their last 10. So we're going to go ahead and take the teams that are ascending, fading the teams that are going the other way. So give me Sixers, give me Pacers, paying somewhere between plus 115, plus 120. Let's cash this ticket, y'all.
Hawks, Pacers, early card special, 1 unit, Pacers -3. Taking the home team here, 5-0 ATS last 5, facing an Atlanta team off a huge home win against Oklahoma City. That's the 4th time in a row Atlanta has played a Western playoff team at a high level of competition. Off of those games going on the road, they are 0-3 ATS last 3. This is the first time in the matchup Indiana has been favored in 4 games with heavy line strength. Indiana has a look ahead to Boston tomorrow. Does it matter? I don't think so. 3-0 ATS at home in the front end of a back-to-back. 5-0 ATS last 5 off a bit of a swoon after going to the finals of the in-season tournament. Love the Pacers tonight at -3. Buy it, live it, love it, and let's dominate.
OKC at Brooklyn. Thunder laying 5.5. The total here is at 234.5. And I'm on OKC. Thunder. Feel the thunder. I feel it tonight. OKC 5-1 last 6. One of those wins was a 124-108 shellacking of Brooklyn. Nets have now lost 5 straight, failed to cover in 6 straight. 0-6 last 6 head-to-head. There's also issues going on in the locker room. Thunder, on the other hand, having fun, playing free. They've covered in 5 of their last 6, and 6 straight against Brooklyn. Best ATS team in the league. They're 23-9-1. Cover rate is close to 72%. Now, no one hits that number in the league. Well, maybe except, of course, for me. But don't overthink this one tonight. The Nets are going to get spanked. Give me the Thunder. They're going to cover the 5.5.
What's going on, y'all? Junior Browne checking in with my second pick of the day for this Friday, January 5th. And we're going to be taking the under 240 in the Cavaliers-Wizards game. The other day, these two teams played and the total went to 241. But that's because Cleveland did all the heavy lifting. They dropped 140, which is very unlike them. They needed 23s to get to that mark and shoot like 56% from the field. If you look at the only other time Cleveland made that many threes this year was 23, and they only dropped like a $124 or $126, I believe, because their shooting percentage was a lot closer to normal. It was like 47% that day. I expect them to come out, play average, which is much better than the level that the Washington Wizards are able to show. And I feel like there's a misconception around the league that the Wizards are a good offense or a high-scoring team that just doesn't play defense. Nah, the Wizards are just garbage. They're garbage on offense, they're garbage on defense, and I expect the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are an above-average defensive team, to hold them somewhere between 105 to 108, which should help us sail under that total. Give me the under 240 Wizards, Cavs. Let's cash this ticket, y'all.
Pistons Warriors, 10 o'clock, Chase Center, taking the road team at plus 10, 1 unit. Detroit historically awful straight up, 3-31. Detroit on the road ATS, approaching 500, 8-10. Finding the Warriors in a brutal 3rd-4, home back-to-back off an excruciating blown lead last night, an outright loss in walk-off three-point fashion to the champs and Nikola Jokic. All losses are not created equally, and all bounce-backs are not created equally. You put all that energy last night against the champs, you don't have much left tonight. Detroit's in a revenge game. Detroit is scrappy on the road. The line is short. This game should be very tight on the money line. Buy the Pistons, and let's dominate late night.
Minnesota at Houston. The Wolves are laying 3.5. The total is at 217.5. And give me the Wolves in what's a bounce back spot. Minnesota laying the 3.5 because, dog, that's my man's in them. So what I'm doing, my man's in them are doing. Because that's my man's in them. And true, I hate fading the Rockets at home. But this is a get-right spot for Minnesota. And you know I love a good team off of a bad, embarrassing home loss. Listen, Minnesota has owned Houston recently. The Wolves are 7-1 straight up, 6-2 ATS last 8 against Houston. Houston has won 2 straight. Yeah, that's true, but they have played cream puffs. Detroit and Brooklyn. Houston ranks 19th in offensive rating, 22nd in points per game, going up against the NBA's top-ranked team as far as defensive efficiency. So no bueno. The Wolves have the length and quickness to deal with Sengun. Minnesota wins by an average of 5 points per game on the season. So give me the Wolves. Ow! Howling at the moon on the roof like, oh, no! Hit them.
Magic at Nuggets, 9 o'clock, Ball Arena. Taking the home team at minus 9.5, 1 unit. Official, let's talk about it. Denver road home back-to-back off a huge win last night in Golden State. Is it a trap? Conventionally, maybe. For this team, no. 2 nights of full rest before last night's game, that won't be a problem tonight. And catching Orlando in purely an awful travel spot. 4th game of a road trip, all against the West. Highly competitive games at Phoenix, Golden State, and a double overtime game in Sacramento. Now have to finish the trip at altitude against an angry Denver team. A Denver team that has lost 2 in a row to Orlando in Orlando. They will be jacked up tonight. Heavy number. An opportunity to dominate. Denver minus 9.5, 1 unit.
Memphis at LA. The Lakers are laying 4.5. The total here is at 226.5. And give me the Lakers. Lay the 4.5. I mean, where's all the Ja hype now? Grizzlies went 4-0 when Morant returned. Now they're reeling. They're in the midst of a 1-4 run, 0-5 against the spread. The Grizzlies also have struggled against LA. They've struggled in LA. 1-4 both straight up and against the spread last 5. Ja's a little bit banged up right now, playing on an injured ankle. Memphis is 0-6 against the spread in the team's last 6 trips to crypto. The Lakers have won the first meeting by 27, and I get it, that was without Ja. But the Grizzlies are still the worst three-point shooting team in the league. LA is top 10 in defensive efficiency. Even I have Lakers PTSD from Wednesday night. But we're forgetting one key stat. The stat of stats. The stat that trumps all other stats. LeBron is petty. And LeBron hates the Grizzlies. We've seen what happened when LeBron's pettiness took over the in-season tournament. Give me the Lake Show tonight. Lay the 4.5 in a JA bounce back spot. in a LeBron James bounce back spot. Let's go. Now, if you like this content and you want more, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Drop a like on this video. Thumbs up. We'll be back here every day. We're going to be back here on Monday, 4 o'clock Eastern Time, breaking down the NBA card. Until then, bet with your heads, not above them.